Hello and welcome to Cube VR. I just saw that something is eating my resources. My whole VR graph is wet. Who knows, who knows. So, that's a bit laggy. Maybe it's because of OBS or the Streamlab. Don't like it anyway. So, yeah, my goal for today is exploring a bit. Maybe there I can see that there are still not fully explored desert, and there is still room for more. So I will go there, around there a bit. And there's also quite a lot that I didn't discover yet, so yeah. There's quite a lot to do. Maybe I should restart the time. So yeah, the good thing is I can use the Cube Gate mod to have a teleporter that brings me back here. So I just have to walk there, and if I want to get back I can use the teleporter and I don't have to walk back for an hour. Saves time. And then I can restart from there and go even further. This way I can actually increase my view distance quite a bit. Let me just check. Yeah, I'm live. But somehow something is really strange with my graph here. Maybe one of the mods is a bit interfering. Yeah, my GPU is pretty much...
Oh, do explain how it works so I can use it too, please.
What the...
Chibi.
Hey there, Maggie Hammer. The time... Okay, the time runs, so let's... Why does it... I disabled the mods. So I should enable them again. So... Or should I have the day-night circle? I'm not sure.
The teleporter.
Okay, sure. Just let me get some light here. Oh! Wait. Okay, that's... okay. That's why the mod doesn't work. Because the mods are disabled. Because of the latest update, only workshop mods work, and I have the mods in the wrong directory. Oh, okay, that's... I should still get some of the mods. Go away. Workshop. Let's just get the mods. Latest. Time control. Subscribe. Let's get all of them. Whoops. Go back. Here. Tape measurement. Time control. Foliage. Cloud Worker. Cube Painter. So. Back to Cube VR, to the workshop. And go to latest again. And get the next one. This one, I have it. I have the simple house generator, so actually I should be able to see this mod. Where is it? Here, house generator block. Stonebrick Studio, why did you have to use 2 processed woods? That's not nice. I have a custom block at the same recipe. That's a bit... let's hope that we can actually get it. Oh, I got it. Nice. Right, the cube gate. Is it in the... Stay. Is it here as well? Cube gate is not uploaded to the Steam Workshop yet. So yeah, no, no cube gate from now. Now I'm sad. But I can try out this one. Maybe not here. Maybe I should restart the game just to get the mods to work. Actually, I started the game after the latest update, but I didn't check if the mods are working or not. So that's actually my error. So sorry about this. So and starter. Actually, I was planning to make a review video for the cube gate next week, Monday. Because I do review all the mods that I like and use, and I do this every Monday, so every Monday I release one mod review video. And the cube gate will be the next after this Monday. So this Monday is another mod, and then we will have... There it is again. Nice, now it works. And I think... No, is the sun rising? And I don't know. Let's just go back and stop the time again. Just to be sure. Time stop. Okay. And we want to have it... This? No, a bit more. Bit more. Let's make it midday and 1 hour before. So nice. I should put my blocks away for now. Oh, I still have blue dye here. So as you can see, my blue and green dye resources are pretty slim. My rainbow dye is also not the best, about 251 rainbow dye. Not so much. So I don't need limestone anymore. I can delete it. So this one, nah, I will keep this one. And this one. Light wood goes here for now. Just going to empty my inventory a bit. And I guess we have to go through my Evangelion. Because I still have some of my crimson paint blocks with me. I just want to get rid of them so I have more space in my inventory. And we can start with the exploration from there. Hey, that's... Something went wrong, because this is actually one of my custom blocks. Does this also mean that the Stargate blocks are gone now? They are. Maybe I did something strange to my files. Ah. It's so hot today. It's a bit more than 30 degrees Celsius. So about, I don't know, 80 degrees Fahrenheit or something. My first blue die. Nice. So. Only 400 more to go. Actually, now that I have subscribed to some mods, I should see.
I heard about the heat wave in Europe.
Yeah, some people are concerned that it's too hot or that it's dangerous or something, but to be honest, it's not really something new. I remember 20 years ago when I was a bit younger, we also had more than 30 degrees Celsius on a couple of days. And it wasn't so bad. Nowadays, the health organizations have to put out warnings that it's dangerous to your health and that you should stay hydrated and stuff. Back in the day, people knew that they had to stay hydrated. And if they didn't drink water, they died. Natural selection. But nowadays, you have to tell the people everything because they can't think for themselves anymore. So. This and this and this. Do I have some processed wood here? No. Okay. What I will do, I will place some of the... Oh, blue flowers. And green flowers, nice. I will place some house generator mod blocks that Stonebrick Studio made along my way so that it looks like there are some ancient ruins of a long lost civilization, giving my world a bit more life. And then once I go to explore my world in a couple of years, I forgot that I placed those buildings and then I rediscover them, and then I'm just amazed at what I did so long ago. Me. Someday this project will be finished. So, let's go this way.
Yes, as a child we had heat days when we got sent home.
And it was not so bad. I mean, it was bad and it was hot, but we survived. And nowadays they do like you would die instantly if you go outside and get hit by a sun ray or something. The only thing that never changed are old people. In the middle of the day, like at 2 PM when the heat reaches its peak, nobody is outside but old people. They walk outside, everyone is getting heat stroke, but those old reptiles are still running around, even though no one else wants to be outside at the heat. That was the case 30 years ago.
It was a good day for the beach.
And it's still, to this day, the same. Going to the beach is nice. Problem is, I live inland, so I don't have access to a sea. I could go to the pool. But when I go somewhere near the water and I just lie there. People think that I'm actually some kind of ocean animal that gets stranded. I'm not confident in my body, so I don't have to show it to other people. I enjoy my day at home because I only have windows that face north. I don't get direct sunlight, so it's actually pretty accessible in my apartment. And objective for today, get rainbow flowers. So that was a nice stream. Thanks for watching. Bye. It's still hot. Having
cold shower works too, lol, or lay in the top with cold water.
Yeah, the problem with cold water is that I'm such a hot guy when I enter the bathtub. The water starts to boil.
LOL.
Yeah, it's actually pretty nice in my apartment, so I don't suffer this much. The only problem is because I do have a pretty decent PC, it also produces quite a lot of heat. It's nice in winter, so I don't have to turn on the heating, but in summer it can become a bit warm. I do have a little air table ventilator that I could turn on, but I'm too lazy. It's not that bad. The good thing living alone is that I can walk around. Do you have
an air conditioner?
No, I don't have.
/C.
I don't have an AC. There's no need for it because I have pretty nice insulated rooms. So in summer it's cool and in winter it's warm, so there's no need for it. My former girlfriend had her room right underneath the roof and she needed the air conditioner. Without the AC it was like really hot, like about 40 degrees Celsius or 110 degrees Fahrenheit or whatever. I think 100 degrees Fahrenheit is about 37.5 degrees Celsius or something. They used a really strange measurement. So yeah, her room was actually always like sauna. Same at my former workplace, we always had the nice problem.
I don't know, I go with Celsius.
Good, you're a man of culture. There are not that many countries in the world that goes with Fahrenheit. But I know that I have some visitors or viewers that actually come from countries where they use those retard measurements. So.
LOL, I was sitting on my knees last night to pick flowers.
I do have one of those gymnastic balls, those blue ones that you can sit on to do gymnastics. And here I use this to sit on when I'm too lazy to stand. So I sit on the ball when I get lazy or when I'm playing roller coaster games in VR. But right now I am pretty much okay with just standing. Nice, nice, nice. Plenty of rainbow flowers. The most rainbow flowers I got in one stream was about... Oh god, was it 100 or 200? I think 200. No, 100... 168? Quite a lot. Before this I had 80 rainbow flowers. And I already got 8 today. Not bad. Not bad. I can spot rainbow flowers from quite far away nowadays. It's actually...
Flower stream good vibes.
Actually, sometimes when I watch other streamers and I see that they stand in front of a rainbow flower and they don't pick it up, I actually get triggered by this. I like, there's a rainbow flower, pick it up! Like, last time I saw it, Roy VR streamed on Twitch, he was standing here, there was the rainbow flower, he was talking and doing stuff and I was like, pick it up.
LOL.
Pick the flower up, now. The problem is, most people play Cube VR for the first time when they stream, and they don't know that rainbow flowers are rare, and you don't have them for that many recipes, so they actually don't even know that they are standing in front of something really rare, so I'm always like, pick the flower up, it's just a rare one, so you get a Steam achievement at least. There's a lot of green. Already get 87 green, that's nice. There's one.
Neeb's beginner mistakes.
You don't know that you miss on one of the rarest items in the game. But that's only natural. You don't know what's rare and what's not rare if you play for the first time. I just made a habit of collecting the flowers in stream, because I know that they are rare, and normally you have to search for hours to find one. So when I'm actually walking around, then I take the opportunity to get them as well. Killing two birds with one stone, so to say. Yeah, you're a good boy. Good boy, yes.
You missed 2 green flowers.
I do have plenty. There are also a lot of green flowers here. Hey, come here. So. As long as I pick up blue and rainbow, I'm okay. Already have 104. Hey. Me. I'm terribly sorry I have to go for bathroom right now because I drank too much, so I'll be back in a minute.
Chibi Gardener. Go.
So, I'm back. Sorry. I think I went it this way. And here and here. Oh, hello there. So beautiful. Yeah. Oh, nice. Yep. Today on Reddit I saw someone complaining that he got threatened by the Steam support for his Valve Index, because he said that the Valve Index does have a design error that issued the spring shot issue. Never heard of this, and apparently almost no one else on the subreddit heard of this as well. And I asked what it is, and he said that he put on his headset and he was sitting on a chair while the side of the headset, the plastic, exploded, and the springs that are in there to have your head strap a bit more flexible, they just flew out.
Never heard of that.
Yeah, no one does. And I said, okay, then it's just a misuse on your side. And he was like, no, that's a design error. Almost everyone does have this error. And I said, boy, I use my Valve Index for 3000 hours now. And I never had this issue. The plastic side on the headset is pretty sturdy. It don't explode while you're sitting on a chair and have the headset on your head. I also told him that a couple of years ago, people actually reported that they were able to squeeze their controllers so hard that they broke. It's just if you are a gorilla or just unable to use your body in a more controlled way.
Yes, I agree with you. He must have added something to his headset.
It's just stupid. It's... I don't know. There is not even... If you turn it on and then you dial it so hard that it's actually squeezing the fat out of your face, then maybe there is some wear and tear. But even then, the plastic isn't affected. It's just over the spring mechanism, so it usually don't break. I guess he just smacked it on the ground or hit the wall or something, or he smacked it with a controller. But normally it doesn't break. Like when the Quest 2 released, a lot of Facebook haters reported that their headband, the head strap for their Quest broke. The problem is it's an elastic rubber band that can't break. It can rip but not break. And it was actually a Photoshop photo, and they just all copy-pasted it to make the reputation of the Quest 2 a bit worse, because they just hated Facebook. It's stupid. And for the issue with the guy today, he got plenty of downvotes because everyone said that they never heard of this issue and it was a misuse on his side. It's like if you're driving a car and you go over the sideway and you damage your tires, then it's not the fault of the sideway or the tire manufacturer. It's the fault of the driver for not driving on the road but on the sideway. Stupid people.
I have problem with my headset that the side plastic won't snap prober into the headset, but I ordered a new one.
Yeah, and as long as you're in the warranty time, they actually are not really bad to you and they replace broken stuff pretty fast. I once had my cable broken because I turned around a bit too much, and after 1.5 years the cable got a bit damaged. So I wrote to them that I have some sparkles when I would watch at some darker places.
NA Rift S is no longer sold.
And they just replaced my cable. Ah yeah, they cancelled the support for the Rift S. Well, actually, that was more or less to be expected. They released the Rift S more or less at the same time as they did with the Quest. And they were both more or less the same. Rift S was a native PC VR headset, but they managed to get the Oculus Link performance pretty high up. So with the Quest 2 there was no reason to support the Rift S anymore. Was actually a pretty good move from Facebook or Meta. Another rainbow flower. So. Queen. Queen. There's blue. So. Let's try out Stone Bricks custom block. Maybe here. Oh no! Oh no, I'm trapped, huh?
Instant trap house.
Yeah! What? Ah, figured. Oh, I don't have a crystal. Ah, yeah. Well, there's actually something that I noticed with the Cloudwalker mod. If the cloud hits a crystal, the crystal that's lying on the ground and get hit by the cloud vanishes or get deleted. It happened to me twice. The first time I didn't even really notice it. I noticed, but I didn't care. But in the video that will release tomorrow, it happens to me with 4 crystals. They were lying there and the Cloudwalker cloud hit the crystals and then they were gone. It's not really an issue because there are plenty of crystals in my world, but I just noticed it.
Wow, good to know. Due to how Cloud Walker works by setting blocks. Any loose items on the ground get removed when placing the block, which is the default behavior for the game.
Then maybe I could find the crystals underground somewhere. Because if you place a block over a item on the ground, it gets just pushed through the ground and then it falls down till it hits a cave. That means if I dig deep enough, I could actually find the crystals again. So. So I guess this is one of the deserts where I saw unexplored world. I guess maybe. I don't know. Let's see. It does look like it's a bit undiscovered. Not really okay. With the actual heat in real life, this really feels like desert right now. That reminds me of a pretty funny Chibi review on Steam. Someone made a review saying that the game is really nice, has nice atmosphere, the crafting is awesome, graphics are awesome, everything is good, but he doesn't like the genre, that's why he gave a thumbs down. Stupid. He said that everything is good, but he just doesn't like the genre in general. Stupid. I don't think I can see my starting point from here. I don't even know where it is. I guess somewhere behind the mountain there. I'm pretty sure I worked eastwards, so would be east of my starting point. But I can't be sure because last time I also thought that I was walking straight, and in the end I did made a pretty huge curve or turnaround. Soon it will be Christmas again. So. Here, this one. Yeah. Come here, so. So. More? Nope. Okay, good. Already 39 rainbow flowers. It's not bad. And I stream for 40 minutes. That makes an average of 1 rainbow flower per minute. Oh, there's even more desert. So let's see if I can see the starting point. Let's go up. Ah, there's undiscovered land. So my starting point is, I guess, there. Does look like it. Let's go up a bit higher. Good question. I think it's there. I think so. Let's go over there to close those gaps. Ah. Those mountains are actually pretty nice. This one's as well. They just look like someone split them open. I played a lot of Phasmophobia over the last couple of days. Yesterday I played with some friends and...
They really made a huge map.
Yeah. I guess I put about 100 hours in this map here. It's pretty big. I think if I go high enough I should be able to see everything. Right now my view distance is at 350 chunks, which is about 5 kilometers or something like this. So you can see the mountain there in the distance. I'm pretty sure it will take me half an hour to get there. So let's see. This is actually the edge to my world that I discovered so far. So. I'm already pretty high up. You can see how vast my world already became. There's also a lot of world in the mist, which is more than 5 kilometers away. So yeah. Let's go here. Ah. Then I will go there because there is a mountain only half loaded. Increase my world size. Discover new things. It's a bit sad that I can't use the cube gate right now. Because it's so much easier to go back if you have a teleporter. Maybe I should get down a bit more, so... Go straight this way. So actually yesterday in Phasmophobia we managed to find a ghost in Asylum. Asylum is a really huge map. It's actually a bit too big even for 4 players. Took us almost half an hour just to find the ghost room. Then finding back is also pretty hard. But it was a lot of fun. We died in the easiest houses and survived the most difficult ones. I also did get Ark Survival because last weekend Twisted Steel actually said that it's for free on Steam. I didn't even sort it, so I got Ark Survival Evolved. I think they made it for free because they will release Ark 2 pretty soon. Maybe I will play it at some point. I'm not sure because I do have Valheim, which is really nice, and I can play it in VR. So starting another survival game. I still want to play No Man's Sky. I still want to have a let's play with No Man's Sky in VR. Yeps, and so.
Ark 2 is coming out next year.
Not so far away. Only 6 more months? We are already half through this year. Time goes by real quick. Is this blue? Or just a shadow? Ah, it's green. Yeah, almost the same. Nice, 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 nice. Today is a good day for rainbow flowers. Maybe I should ask Stonebrick Studios if he could actually implement rainbows. So after it rained, we could get maybe a little rainbow or something like this. Would be nice. Well, I would have to turn on the rain again. But imagine that you could actually see a rainbow after it rained. Would be nice. So 55 rainbow dye in 53 minutes. So still an average of 1 rainbow dye per minute. Let's see if I can keep this up for the whole stream. Okay, so here, let's get the blue. Oh. I could start record some No Man's Sky Let's Plays and just see if the reaction to it is actually okay, because then I could try to implement it into my normal upload schedule. I still have a week of vacation, so I would have plenty of time. Or I could work on my Evangelion. So much to do. So less time. I did watch a lot of anime. Mostly of this season and the last season. And there were quite a lot pretty good anime. So it's okay. At least I don't get bored. My coworker is actually a bit upset because he is getting bored at home because we are not allowed to leave the house. And yeah, I said that I have the advantage that my hobby involves me being at home. Like playing video games, play VR, watch animes. So I don't have to go outside for my hobbies. Couch potatoes for the win! CPU is pretty loaded. My VRAM is pretty full. Maybe it's some of the custom blocks. It's just green. Let's go up. Wee. Ah. Oh. Let's see if there's something nice here. Let's get them. So. Hier, so. Steam VR behaves pretty strange right now. I think that's my starting point there. So I'm going to restart SteamVR real quick. Okay, so. Let's just start.
WB.
Yeah. It didn't help actually, but I don't know why it's so laggy. Maybe it's because of the Streamlabs. So if I end Streamlabs now, maybe it will become better. No, not really. So I guess it's more like an OBS thing again. Yeah, OBS did this with my recordings as well. So I changed my OBS settings. I got to settings, to output and recording, and I changed from the CBR to the CQP. And here you could actually, VBR, you could actually implement the normal bitrate that you wanted to record. And yeah, it didn't work anymore, so I had to go to this one. And then it worked again. It's really strange. And for the stream, I still have a pretty uncommon. I have the same thing, but somehow it's not working so good. Does it get better? If I use my headset and it's getting worse, okay. I don't even know if it's applying while in the middle of a stream. Not so sure. So really bad. So okay, let's go back to Cube VR. Here. So. But OBS in general is pretty strange because it's always in the foreground. I don't even know why. It's really bad with the frame rate since the last NVIDIA drivers update. For 2 years now, I hate how NVIDIA can manage to break their own drivers every time they upgrade them. Because it feels like it gets worse with every update. So. Well, it's a bit stuttery and not really that pleasant, but it should be doable. Maybe it's just too warm so that the heat is actually making some mirage in my apartment and it's disturbing the infrared lights from the base stations.
PC do slow down when they get too hot.
I don't think that my PC is that much hotter than normal. Because it's not so hot in my room, it's about, let me see, 27, okay, that's a bit warmer than normal. Normally it's about 25 degrees. But my PC shouldn't be that hot right now. The fans on my GPU are still only running at maybe 50%. They're not at 100%, that's for sure.
How hot is your GPU right now?
I would have to open the hardware monitor. Okay, wait. I'm just going to look. Oops. My GPU is at 52 degrees Celsius and the VRAM temperature is 72. So it's actually pretty chill and cool, so it's not heat throttling.
That is good.
The thing with the herbal reprojection thingies in the Steam VR graph is actually something related to the video encoder that I use for streaming right now. Because I had it for recording as well, so I changed it and then it was okay. It's just that I don't want to end the stream now to get other settings. As long as it's not too ugly for you to watch, then I can live with this. At least for today. Now, some green, so here. I will look into this issue after my stream so that I can stream Valheim tomorrow without any problems. The VR mod for Valheim actually does eat up quite a lot of performance. So I want to get the most performance to the game and not to the stream encounter. Decoder, encoder, whatever. Wait, come here. So. Today I had pizza for lunch. Because I didn't had pizza for like a month now. So I was like, let's have pizza.
Are we just gonna gather some more iron in Valheim?
Yeah. Or you can gather iron and I'm going to build my stone fortress. Nah, I think we should gather iron. Then we can all get iron armor and weapons and tools. And then we can try to get to the next boss. I read that the bone mass is actually a really
Face with
tough.
tongue. Probably also some more bronze and tin.
There should be still plenty of bronze and tin, or at least bronze, north of our base. I think there were 2 or 3 veins, and we only gathered 1 so far. So I think there should be still a bit more there. It's pretty close, so it shouldn't be a problem to get there with the cart. Magical stick of fixing. It doesn't work. Ah. Ha 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 ha. Oh no. Wow. Let's get back. So. Haha. World fixer. Mwah.
It will cost 60 iron per person if we just want the level 1 iron armor, but 150 iron per person if we want to fully upgrade it.
What? Okay. Okay, then maybe just some weapons, and I will upgrade my copper armor.
It's very expensive, tongue
Yeah.
sticking out.
Can we make a bigger boat at some point?
Better start farming.
Because then I would say we make a bigger boat so that we can transport more scrap iron. And then we just search for
Yes.
swamps and farm this scrap out of it. 61. We are a bit behind. So I need more rainbow flowers. We can kill more trolls. Troll. Yes. To upgrade the troll armor. Or maybe we
I
should
just
make...
fully upgraded bronze armor and skipped iron armor.
Yes. I think we can make better bows now. So maybe a better bow and the iron arrows would be a good option.
I think my troll armor is fully upgraded.
Then I just need to upgrade my copper armor. There are still, I think, 2 facility upgrades that we can make for the forge.
We just need bronze to upgrade your armor. Not sure what armor Quill is using.
I'm pretty sure it's also bronze. Or copper. No, bronze. Bronze. Because we had the same shiny bracelets. Over the last days I talked with a friend of mine. She started streaming recently because...
I think he has a troll cape.
Maybe. Because she had an operation and is at home right now. So she started with streaming. And she also noticed that it's actually really nice to interact with your chat while playing. So we actually started to play together, Phasmophobia. And I really hope that she can become a bigger streamer. She streams on Twitch. So yeah, I couldn't really help her that much. But it's really nice to see that some of my friends also start with streaming. And I hope that she will actually stick to it, because it's a lot of fun. So. Actually, I got to know her because of my CubeVR videos. Because her boyfriend watched my videos like 2 years ago, and they actually liked my voice, so we once had a nice Discord call. And yeah, since then we occasionally played Beat Saber together. Or something like Chef Battle? Battle of Chefs. It's a cooking game. It's pretty fun. So yeah. Actually I got friends thanks to CubeVR. Oh, did I pick up red flower? I did. Yeah, okay. I already got plenty of green and blue dye. More green than blue though. Should... Wow. Actually, I'm still a bit sore in my shoulder muscles because 2 days ago, Quite tried to break the CubeVR mining record. He was just doing a warm-up, but he got pretty close. And I thought, if Koi is starting to get back to the challenge, maybe I should also try to get first place. The problem is Skeptrax did set a pretty high score, and yeah, it was really hard. I tried twice, but couldn't even manage to get close to my own old record. So yeah, I tried too hard and achieved nothing. But I will try again every couple of days.
Yep, it goes into the arms mining in VR.
As long as I'm still second place, I'm okay with it. It's just that you really have to dig for quite a lot. As you can see, Skeptrax has 43,000 and I only have 42,800. It's only about 250 blocks more. But those 250 blocks are quite a lot. So you really do have to have a really good one without hitting bottom or sand again, and without any caves or anything else that uses more than one hit to break. Then you have to have almost perfect swings so that you can damage as much stone as possible. I think Skeptrax almost hit the maximum amount of destructible blocks. But it's fun actually.
How much time to archive that?
10 minutes. The game always records how many blocks you mined in the last 10 minutes. So it always counts, and then it just counts how many blocks you mined. For example, I mined 0 blocks in the last 10 minutes, obviously, and yeah. It does count how many blocks you mined in total. Almost 1 million for me. Almost placed 250,000 and crafted 120k. It's okay. That's plenty. Yeah, but getting to the 33,000 blocks in 10 minutes is really hard.
In 10 minutes 43,000?
Yes.
Wow.
Actually, I saw once a streamer who thought that he can easily beat the record. He tried and he only got about 38,000. It is quite a lot. Especially if you're not used to swing your arms. And if you don't have the technique and everything planned. It's still fun. But doing one then more attempt per day is a bit much. Maybe more blue flowers.
That is quite the workout.
Yes, it is. But it's an accomplishment if you get in the top 10. Of course, top 10 is really tough. And the top 5 are even tougher. The difference between the second and the third rank is about like, I think 20 blocks or something. So I barely managed to get ahead of Koi. So if Koi gets back to full health and tries for real, I'm pretty sure that he can beat my old record. That's why I also want to try to get back in shape to break his record so that I can still keep my second place. It's this kind of competition that's actually pretty nice. It's not really the hard competition that you have to do. It's just something nice. You have your little rival, so you can try to improve yourself. And yeah, it's still fun. And if you do it every day for your 10-minute workout, I'm pretty sure it can also be pretty good for your health. At least it's a good cardio.
It sounds like a lot of fun.
Yeah, it is. Beat Saber was also a lot of fun. Playing some Expert Plus levels and swinging your arms around really fast. Got a lot of endorphins. And yeah, it's nice. Me? Okay. Ah. Oh, there. Ah. Two days ago I streamed Phasmophobia with my German friends, and I also got a really bad VR performance. Yesterday I played without streaming and my performance was really nice and smooth. So I really have to try out some settings to see which setting get me the best performance now. It's a bit sad because I didn't have to change my settings for quite a long time. My Steam settings are the same for more than a year, and my recording settings were also more than half a year without any problems. And now, thanks to the latest GPU driver, they became bad. Also,
do the trees
OBS.
and flowers respawn in the world?
Nope, not anymore. I think flowers still do, but trees don't respawn. They never were meant to respawn, they just did, and nobody reported this as a bug, because nobody knew that they were not supposed to respawn. I just got a problem with the trees at some point. That's when Stonebrick Studio noticed that they do respawn, because I told him that they do, and he was like, no, trees are not supposed to regrow. And I so, they do this for me for the last 2 years? I always chopped down the trees near my basement because I knew they would regrow. And then he was like, okay, I have to fix this. So now trees definitely don't regrow. There are plenty of trees, so it's not really that problematic. And maybe we will blah 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 once again. And maybe we will get a mod that allows us to plant trees. The same way we can use Quill's placeable foliage mod. I'm still on discovered land. So if I want to expand my world, I should try to get to the edge. But I don't know where the edge
the
is.
flowers respawn?
I think they do. Otherwise I wouldn't have that many flowers. I'm not sure if the flowers do respawn or not. It just feels like they do. Maybe Stonebrick Studio will visit the stream so he can confirm this. So where's my starting point? I think it's there. I'm not sure. Could be. There's an edge, so let's go there.
Cause if they don't, eventually you run out of colors.
You can't run out of colors because the world is infinite, more or less. So you just have to walk in one direction to get more flowers. Because right now I'm still in land that I already discovered and I still find flowers here. Maybe it's because my world is a bit older and back then it was still a thing for regrow, because I managed to find some rainbow flowers right next to my starting point. And I would have noticed them because I am started there for over a year now, and not seeing the rainbow flowers right next to me would be a bit strange.
A mini map would help.
Yeah, the problem is it's not really that easy to get the map. We had this discussion like a year ago, and it's not really that easy to make the map apparently. Maybe now with the modding we can actually get someone to make a mini map. Actually, my idea was that we would put like a second view right on top of the player in 800 blocks height, and then we just would have to have a little display that shows what the view up there sees. then we would have something like a map. But that would actually require a lot of resources, so that's not really a good way to make the map. And right now there's no one who could actually think of a better way to do the maps. But the good thing is that modders are actually intelligent people, so they can probably think of a better way to make a map. $75. Maybe because of my bad frame times today, the game
or
is
maybe
a bit...
an icon that shows you where your home is. So that you have something like a beacon in the air that always points right above your spawn point or something. That could be possible. I do it the old school way and just look at my coordinates. Or I just climb up somewhere and see where my starting point is. Wait, isn't there a compass?
There's a compass, but the compass only shows where north is, like a real-life compass. Like here. It shows me that north is there and I'm at a height of about 190 blocks.
I never learned how to use one, so it's useless to me, lol.
Compass using is actually pretty easy once you get used to it. It always shows you where north is.
Welcome
that
back
means...
to Gather Flowers with Chibi Archer Part 1, I think.
More like port 1.5. I restarted the game once, so...
Would be cool if you could control where it points.
You can't do this in real life. It always shows north. Well, but that means that I know that there is north, then I know that this is west, and this is east.
Maybe like one that tracks a block in O.
Yeah, maybe that's something that you could do with a mod. Like having a GPS block that you can place at your home, and then you can actually toggle your compass to the GPS block or the north. Something like this, that would probably be possible. And a nice implementation. Because this way you can either have it pointing north like it's supposed to be in real life, or towards your GPS block. I think this should be possible.
Like a block that you hit with a compass that makes it into one pointy thing that point to that block, and you can name it stuff for tracking things.
Yeah, something like this. Maybe Will is still in the chat. He is a pretty nice modder. He already made quite a lot of really powerful and useful mods. Maybe you can think of a way to make this happen. It is possible now. And even if it's not possible now, we just have to ask Stonebrick Studios to implement this feature. Then he would probably put a compass locator function in the modding code. That's the good thing about Stonebrick Studio, that he is really open for new stuff and he really tries to help the modding community. And this helps CubeVR to become a better game every day.
I think an icon that shows a house in the upper corner in the direction your house is.
Nah. I'm not a big fan of this, actually. Because the problem with the upper corner is that depending on your headset you get quite a distortion. And sometimes you can't really see it. So even if it's white here in the utmost corner, it could be that it's actually on the rim of my display, so I can't see it. Then it has to be a bit more in your visual. And
like
then
tracking a quest, they point you in the direction where you need to go.
Yeah, it's really hard to know where the corner of the visible display is for each individual. Because if you can't adjust your IPD correctly, like with a Quest 2, then it can be almost impossible to see what's on the edge of your display. So it has to be in the middle of the display, and then it's just annoying for everyone else. So this is something that, at least in my opinion, is not the best solution.
Or like a wrist strap watch that you hold evenly and it shows your base direction.
Yeah, or like we said before, just having the GPS block that you can toggle your compass for. Where here I am.
That sound good, Rayers.
You can put your suggestions in the modding channel in the CubeVR Discord. Then the modders can jump right onto it. And just because I don't like it doesn't mean that it's a bad idea. My opinion isn't the opinion of the gaming community or something. I'm just a normal CubeVR player, like everyone else, so my opinion does have the same value as everyone else. So if everyone else want to have this feature, then I will not oppose to this. I just have to use it if I don't like it. It's pretty easy. The GPS block actually is nice, but I don't like to have a HUD display something. Because I think it doesn't fit in CubeVR.
Well, I need something that points me in the direction of where home is, lol, as I keep getting lost.
Yeah, I use the coordinates. That's enough for me. So let's get over there. This looks like New World. I don't think I've been here before. It's actually a pretty high dune. Or this desert is just pretty low. Just teleport myself up. Oh. Da. So let's take these. Those.
Submitted my idea.
Nice. Let's get them here. So. Ah, here, this one and this one.
Imagine if it gets added for real.
The possibility is pretty high. If it's doable. I think it is, so maybe someone will actually make the mod. I really hope that more and more
That would
modders...
be cool and I'd be happy for you and I don't get lost lol.
I really hope that more and more modders will actually find Cube VR and start to mod the game.
Or a normal compass and north points to the block.
Yeah, that's actually something that I think should be possible, pretty easy. That's like what I said before with the GPS block. Then the block just overrides the north point, and if you destroy the GPS block, then the north point will be reset to default. That should probably be possible. I have no idea because I'm too stupid to mod, so I don't know if this is possible. But I think it should be. "94 rainbow flowers." It's actually pretty good. For 2 hours?
Yeah, I have no idea how to mod.
Ah.
BTW, are you gonna do an English Phasmophobia Let's Hunt Ghosts video sometime?
Maybe. The problem is, I mostly know only German-speaking people who would play with me. I was able to play with you guys like 2 weeks ago, so yeah, I could do another Phasmophobia English
Don't
stream.
you need to know the programming codes for that?
Maybe I will have an English Phasmo stream Monday? Today is Saturday. So tomorrow is Sunday, there I want to play Valheim. So I could do a Phasmophobia on Monday. If I can gather some people. I will ask in my Discord. I have 8 people or so in my Discord, so maybe...
For creating mods.
Stonebrick Studio actually released a pretty easy API modding plugin for the game, and Bugmeister, or Buchmeister, I think Bugmeister, actually made a really nice documentation how you can actually mod. It's not really that hard. It's pretty easy to do it if you know what you're doing. I saw a lot of the texts in the modding Discord channels, and I didn't understand half of it because I'm not really good at coding. I did some really easy C or C+, I'm not sure anymore, coding back in 2005, but it's quite a long time ago, so I only know about some really basic stuff and not really
BTW, is it just
coding.
me, or is VR phasmophobia less scary than PC phasmophobia?
I think it's more scary in VR because you get surround sound. It's more immersive because you are in the darkness, and I think it's a bit more creepy and scary in VR. Maybe it's because I let myself get immersed when I'm in VR. I know some people are just analyzing the game, and I can do this as well. Then I just go in there and it's not really fun. But usually in VR it's easier for me to actually really get into the game. And yeah, that's why Phasmophobia is a bit more scary in VR. Because
when
if
I got immersed was just epic.
When you just play it flat, you still have your surroundings that can interfere with your experience. And in VR, usually you are a bit more closed off to the real world. So you have less interference and more from the game as such. Yeah. Oi, come here, come. No! My inventory is full.
Yeah, VR big brick on face.
So. 103. Okay, we need 20 more to get back to the...
I wonder if I can play on Google Cardboard.
I don't know if you can Chromecast to your mobile phone. Then it could be in theory be possible to have the display on the cardboard. Wouldn't be as immersive as normal VR though.
Higher specs than Valve Index, I think. Grinning, squinting face.
Some people are actually rumoring that there will be a next Valve VR headset pretty soon. Would be nice to get one. Actually,
BTW, there was someone who beat Nightmare with only starter gear.
I once started a game and immediately finished it. And I got the correct ghost. And I was just guessing. I was starting the map. I was like, today is the 16th, so it's ghost number 16. I got home and I was correct. But actually, if you know what you're doing, it's doable.
BTW, I heard that it's gonna be standalone, the Valve Index 2.
I heard this as well, but it's just rumors, and standalone is what everyone wants to be. But I don't think it will be a standalone. Or at least it will be a... I don't think so. I think they will put more effort into a nice resolution display with high field of view. And maybe a wireless solution. They promised wireless for the Valve Index and never got it. Because they couldn't figure out how to...
Me get standalone VR headset, also me getting link cable.
Yeah. In the end, the VR enthusiasts will always use a PC to power the VR headset. And the Valve Index already is more for the more immersed VR players. The Quest 2 is more for the beginner, for the VR beginners, and the Index
I never
is more...
use my Quest 2 for standalone, tongue sticking out.
Yeah, everyone who's got a decent PC uses his PC. And the Quest does a pretty nice job with the PC. But right now, every standalone headset is using a Qualcomm Snapdragon something, and there's not really that much improvement in the CPU, so if Valve would also release a standalone headset...
Quest 2 starter people Valve Index more for like high spender consumers.
Yeah, for the ones who want to get a bit more premium. And then we have something like the Vajo or the Pimax for the hardcore VR enthusiasts. I forgot what I wanted to tell. Ah yeah, because right now there's not really any improvement in the CPUs for the standalone headsets. Releasing a standalone headset wouldn't make Valve stand out more than its competitors, because it would be more or less the same processor.
The haptic suit, full body tracking and catwalk thingy.
Can I say it's the heat?
The PMAX 12K standalone is also gonna have a Qualcomm XR2.
Yeah, because it doesn't get any better right now, so if Valve would also release a headset with the same chipset, it wouldn't be that different from a Pimax or the Quest or the Cambria or whatever will come next year from Meta. So I don't think they would really try to invest in this segment. My guess is that they really want to get the wireless solution with a really good compression rate to compete against the Quest 2 in this regard. But it's all just speculation at this point. I hope it will be something good at least. Right now I'm still really comfortable with my Valve Index. I have it for almost 3 years now. And I don't regret getting it. It's a really nice headset. Nice field of view.
Like the V with the wireless adapter thing.
Mm-hmm. The next thing why I think that it wouldn't why Valve wouldn't release a standalone headset is just the fact that they have almost perfect tracking already, so why should they invest into an headset inside-out tracking that uses cameras instead of the lighthouse boxes? And having both a camera and lighthouse tracking at the same time would be more or less the same as the HTC Cosmos Elite garbage. And yeah, would also be the fact that you have to develop the camera inside-out tracking on top of the already existing tracking that you're good with. So it would be another factor that will just increase the cost without any real benefit. Because most people would just upgrade their index to the next Valve product. And if it's just more expensive and doesn't add anything really new, then most of the people wouldn't get it. So yeah, Valve Index user already do have a PC, otherwise they wouldn't use their headset. So getting a standalone headset for those people...
This turned into a VR wake-up call real fast.
Yeah, it's... If you don't like the topic, I can switch to something else.
Does the index base stations work in the dark?
Yes. Right now I have no light in my room, it's pretty dark. And you can still track everything because it's infrared light. So the tracking is always almost perfect. If you're living in a room covered with mirrors on the wall, then it doesn't track that nice. But other than this, you don't have to have any lights on. You can play in total darkness. You don't have to pay attention if your whole room is in green. For example, the Quest 2 had the problem that the tracking was pretty bad if your whole room was unicolor. So the cameras couldn't manage to see where's the wall, where's the ground. I think they fixed this now with software update, but it's a problem. And
I often lose tracking because my room is too dark with my Quest 2.
Yeah, that's a
trophy. Congratulations.
Oh.
You've received 100 messages today with Restream chat.
And you don't have the problem with the lighthouse tracking. It's always nice, no matter what light situation there is. Something to increase the tracking for the Quest is actually to have different patterns on the ground so that the cameras can distinguish between the, for example, the white and black of the carpet or something. There's also a little trick to improve the tracking of the Quest by just placing 1 or 2 pieces of paper on the ground so that the Quest can actually see that you're moving. And that's something that you don't need for the base stations. They are called lighthouse tracking because those stations are like lighthouses. They just
also, when I look towards one of my walls, it sometimes also lose tracking since it's just a white wall.
Yeah, that's what I said. When it's unicolor or just one color, then the cameras can't distinguish anything, because if it's just white, green, blue, whatever, then the camera can't see if there's any movement, so the tracking gets a bit bad. And lighthouse boxes just emit infrared lasers, so you have 2 boxes, and your headset actually get the infrared light, and then it knows there's one base station, there's one base station. That means I am right here in the play space. And the same for the controller. They receive the infrared lights and then they calculate where they are. That's why the lighthouse tracking is so accurate.
You can actually buy an infrared light to use your Quest 2 in the dark.
Yeah, you can. That's right.
Well, the Valve Index controllers have some lights that you can't see with a human eye, but that's how it tracks in dark.
Yeah.
Or something.
No, not the controller does have the light, but the lighthouse stations, they emit the light. And the controller do have little sensors that actually receive the lights, and then they see, light is coming from there and from there. That means we are here.
At Rare Scott, that's infrared lighting.
One of the greatest benefits of base stations is that your hands are always tracked as long as they can at least receive the light from one base station. For example, I can put my hand behind my back, and because I have one base station behind me, my hand is always tracked. So if I put my hand on my ass cheeks, it gets tracked, and if I put it in front of my chest or my chin, it's also tracked. And the cameras on the Quest can't track below your cheek or behind your back because there are no cameras. That's why it's also pretty easy to have full body tracking with lighthouse tracking, because there are trackers similar to the controller that you can just strap to your hip and your feet, and then your feet and your hip is also tracked in VR, and then you can have full body tracking with this. And the base station tracking or lighthouse tracking is also used by the IMAX, because they know that it's a really accurate tracking. And it's also used by the HTC Cosmos Elite and the old HTC Vive as well, because they all knew that lighthouse tracking is good. The biggest downside is that you have to install 2 base stations, at least 2 base stations. You can also install a 3rd or a 5th base station, and then you can increase your play space. And for example, I could place 2 more in my kitchen, then I have a play space in my living room, then I can go to the kitchen and still have tracking and stuff. That's all possible with Lighthouse. But it's easier with the Quest because you don't have to have the stationary play space that you have with Lighthouse. So for the Quest you just have your play space, your draw your play space boundaries, and then you can start. You can do this in your living room, in the garage, in the basement, the attic, wherever you want. That's the advantage of the Quest.
Guys, today I'm playing with the entire state of Russia play space size.
I think there is a limit. I think it's about 17 by 17 meter for the Quest 2. I'm not sure. And... Huh?
Or country, I don't know, I forge your words.
What's this? Ah, okay. Strange people outside. Oh.
If you have 4 base stations, you can get a 10x 10 meter play space.
Yeah, I was just thinking, wasn't it even 15 by 15 meter? If you place them really strategically, you can actually have a really nice play space.
Like I have that much room in my room.
Yeah, it's more like if you want to have, or maybe you do have a really big carport or something, or
Nope.
a garage. Or the gym. the local gymnasium at your school. Just install some base stations. Put a really high-end laptop in your backpack, and then you can play VR in your gymnasium. It's almost like a VR arcade. There are some really good VR arcades that they use a different method, similar to the normal lighthouse tracking, but from a different producer. And you mostly have
I have a big living room. Sadly, I can't bring my PC downstairs.
I got plenty of colors today, so it's not so bad. 109 rainbow flowers. And a lot of green and blue. I think green was full. Yep. Just getting some blue colors and then we should head back to empty my inventory.
Just get a very long cable, tongue sticking out.
Just drill a hole in the floor.
Remember your showcase of the color block mod.
No. I made a showcase for the color. Where? No, I have no idea. I made one for the flower planting, one for colored blocks. I have no idea. Did I do something like this?
The one that you tap with stick and can color blocks. Big confusing menu.
Ah, the cube painter. It's actually not coloring the block, it's replacing the blocks. Where you can say you want to have replace every, let's say, stone block with a sand block or something like this. Yeah.
The cyube painter mod.
Yeah. I remember this mod because it was actually quite a lot to do, because it was a lot of stuff to put into a mod. That's why I did the cuts in between, so that it's easier to navigate with the timestamps to every part of the function of the mod, because there are so many functions. You can just place blocks, you can replace blocks, you can make exceptions of the blocks that you want to replace. It's really useful. I used it actually last week.
I'm gonna get something to drink, so BRB.
Yo, I used it last week to replace the limestone blocks in my school building with grey paint, so that you don't get blind when inside the school.
BTW, this game brings me back because I saw the first beta that wasn't released. Really takes me back.
I actually started playing the beta version in 2020, I think, early 2020. Because then I switched back between the beta and the stable version quite a lot. And I broke my world with this. And then I just sticked with the beta version.
Back.
That was fast.
Remember to stay hydrated. I started playing the first ever release and it was cool.
Then you started even way before I started. That's cool. So you're actually my Chibi senpai. I started with release 17. I think it was 17 or 19. It was
Ayo.
Right before the Furnace released. I think it was 2 months before the Furnace released in the stable version.
BTW, I played it and it was Minecraft RTX basically.
Yeah. When it released, there was not really that much to do, because we didn't had any crystals and it was pretty bare bones back then. I saw some of the earlier Steam reviews and most of them were negative because there was nothing to do. But since then the game grew so much.
Whispers asterisk still is basically Minecraft RTX.
It still plays better than Minecraft or Vivecraft. But yeah? Okay. I just thought it was a wood block. The most noticeable difference is that you craft in 3D. That's something that almost everyone likes.
I started cyube on June the 6th.
I first started in October 2018.
I don't really like Vivecraft. The Forest VR is cool, you should check it out one day.
I do have the Forest VR. I played it like 2 weeks ago. I beheaded a turtle. I also played it with a streamer like a year ago. The problem with Forest VR is that it's not really that easy to play single player, because you have to care for water a lot and it's not so easy to care for water, shelter, food and other stuff while playing alone. And I was actually really hyped for Green Hell VR. And when it released last week, I was so disappointed that I actually refounded the game. Normally I don't refound games because after I bought them and then I stick with them. But getting a full release game that can't even handle my GPU is just a joke. And the help that I got on the Discord was also really hilarious. They
Was
said
it that
like,
bad?
I couldn't even turn around without frame drops. I was like turning around and it was really extremely stuttering even in the stream. Then I tried it without streaming.
You could play with viewers like you do in Valheim or Phasmophobia.
Yeah, I could. Now that I do have a lot of viewers, I can do this. That's right. But Green Hell was really bad. The help that I got was like, reduce your field of view and put everything to highest settings. And I was like, everything is on highest settings. My hands were glitching around and I just don't see the point why I should reduce my field of view. Green Hell VR doesn't even look that beautiful. I mean, Cube VR has definitely better graphics and it runs really smooth, even though I cranked up my settings quite a lot, even above the actually game settings. That's why I'm using my INI settings here. Like view distance of 350
And it was a full release, eh?
Yeah, a full release. It was actually only $18 because release discount. But if it's a full release game, not even an early access or something, but a full release
and
game.
And even Half-Life Alyx though.
Yeah, Alyx does have better graphics, that's right. And it's more than 2 years ago. It's just really bad. Strangely enough, only people with really good graphic cards did have the problem. Everyone with 3070, 1080 Ti, 2060 Super, they could all play, okay. And even some positive reviews said that the game is really laggy, but they like it because it's Green Hell. Yeah. Just because I like the game doesn't mean it's good because it's laggy as hell. It doesn't make sense. And I was really disappointed. I was looking forward to the game.
I have a 1060 GTX, I think.
Hey, you can play this game really good. I can't. Because I'm just a rich snob who has a 3090.
I don't know if it's good. Me don't know PC part.
It was more my disappointment that it was so bad performing that I refounded it. It's just, I was so looking forward it. I said a couple of times in my videos and streams that I can't wait to play this game. I played the demo and it always also had the same performance issues, but they said in the demo that they know that there are issues and they will fix it, and they didn't fix it. Even on the Steam forum, a lot of people said that the performance issue was not fixed. And on Discord they are, oh no, we are so perfect, it's all your fault.
BTW, in your opinion, how is the GTX 1060?
It's the bare minimum for VR. In my opinion, still the best graphics card you can get for a medium budget is the 1080 Ti. Because I had a 1080 Ti and it's just a powerhouse. The 1080 Ti is better than most of the 20 series.
What game was that? It's okay for 1080p and minimum for VR.
Yeah. You can play VR with it, but feeding something like Valve
What
Index
happened to
at 120 Hz is a bit much. But yeah, having it at 90 Hz should be okay. With low setting. After I upgraded my PC 2 years ago, I gave my old PC to my brother. I gave him my PC with the pretty decent Intel CPU and the 1080 Ti and with my Rift and 3 sensors. So he got a powerful VR PC and a VR headset. And he never used the VR headset. Now it's back at my place. He uses the PC though. But he never used it for VR, which is actually a bit sad because I gave him the PC so he can also play in VR. The problem is he had a older...
I go on full graphics and like 120 Hz and it runs 120 FPS, no lag for real. You could give it away when you reach 1K, tongue sticking out.
I don't know if anyone wants a Rift nowadays. The tracking with 3 sensors is almost as good as lighthouse tracking, so it's really nice for having good tracking. But the field of view and the resolution is 5 years old already, so it's not the best. For starting VR, it's actually okay. And you don't have to have the latest powerhouse PC. For the 1000 subscribers, I could maybe have a Quest 2 giveaway or something. Quest 2 isn't that expensive. It's still expensive as hell. I would have to save up for 3 months. And getting to 1000 subscribers will also take like 10 months, so that's okay. Putting aside $10 each month till I get to the 1000. I don't know. Maybe when I reach the 1000 subscribers, there's also already the Meta Cambridge or the latest Nvidia Valve VR headset or whatever. Who knows what will come out. I could give away a RTX 3070. I have one. Where is it? There. A 3070 is lying there. Fully functional. Maybe I will make a giveaway with it. I think a 37...
Yo, I need that FR. The Cambria is gonna be Meta's next headset. Hope I win, grinning squinting face. I already have a 3070. Shipping gonna cost like $200 baby.
I will just ship it in a normal letter. Wrapping a bit of paper around it, sticking the postmark on it and then wrap. Or you have to get it yourself. Being really cheap on it. Now I think international shipping is about $50. Should be possible. For $50 I could buy 200 subscribers on YouTube.
Hard PC part also Chibi Archer, yes funny letter go yes.
Yeah.
You could just order it for them so you don't have to pay for shipping. Hello.
Hello. Well, I already have one, so I don't have to buy another one. It's just that the 3070 is just lying around here for over a year now. I don't need it.
Bro, that RTX would stop me from getting one and I could continue saving up for a Valve Index.
I could give away the graphics card to my brother, but why should I? He already got my 1080 Ti and he doesn't even put this card to full use. Also, he almost has the same income as I have, so why should I be so generous as to
At Rare Scott, what CPU do you have?
present it to him?
Let me check.
It's an old toaster. A potato with some copper strings in it. Sorry. Actually, I will give my brother a plane ticket for Japan and the hotel costs. So yeah, he already get about 1,600 euro for a Japan travel with me. So there's no need for him to get a better graphics card for me as well.
Aren't Japan's borders closed?
Yeah, they are still closed. I actually gave him the present like 2 years ago, right before they closed the borders. But Japan is opening up a little bit. And maybe they will open their borders till October. But I'm not sure if it will stay open. It's really a tough decision. So we just wait like another year for the whole pandemic stuff to get a bit more closer so that we can travel again. It doesn't have to be this year or next year, it can still wait a bit. The longer we wait, the more money I can put aside for the travel. He still have to pay for his own food bills, which will also be about $500 for 2 weeks. Not even. We spent less than $500 for 3 weeks. And we got plenty of nice stuff to eat.
If you go on a guided tour, you should be able to go there pretty soon.
Nah, I don't like guided tours. Last time it also was self-managed.
Well, I heard that they closed borders because presidents are more likely to get voted by elderly people. They do and say world to appeal the elderly.
Yeah, that's almost in every country. It's the same in Germany.
Then you're gonna have to wait.
Yeah, I'm just waiting a bit more. It doesn't hurt my wallet to wait longer. I have a separate bank account for the travel, so every time I have some money to spare, I put it there. And yeah, it accumulated to quite a lot already. So once the borders are open and we can go, then I have plenty of spare money. Actually, when we traveled to Japan in 2019, I also saved up a lot of money. And from the spare money that I had left after the Japan travel, I got myself 12 index. So yeah, because Japan was much cheaper than I anticipated. I knew that it was pretty cheap, but that it would be so affordable was actually a nice surprise.
Can't wait to get a job at 14 so I can save for a headset and high-spec PC, you know.
When I was about 10 years, I helped my dad at a what's it called? Summer vacation job. I was removing wallpapers in old buildings, and yeah, I got a nice pocket money for this. And with this pocket money, I bought myself a Super Nintendo. And a year later, I bought myself the PlayStation 1. So yeah, I know how it feels. It actually felt really nice to
Good
buy.
morning.
Morning.
Grinning face, I just woke up, so did not see what happened in your stream so far. Encountered any issues yet?
Yes. The first issue that I had was that I couldn't use my mods. I disabled the mods and re-enabled them, but with the latest update, somehow I had to change the mod folder structure or something, because all of my mods were not available and also my custom blocks are all gone. For now, I just subscribed to the workshop mods to get them at least. Now I just have to figure out how to put my custom blocks back so that I can get them at least.
Stone Brick, I made some epic ides, check them out or something, I don't know, can't think straight, it's midnight.
I already got 118 rainbow flowers.
Ideas asterisk. I'm going to go see YA tomorrow, hope my idea reaches Stone Brick Studios or a modder someday.
Maybe I should go for the desert. Birdie.
I heard of some people working at strawberry farms here. I'm 14 too, turning 15 later this year. I don't want to work, or at least like that, because I have enough money to buy anything I want, plus I heard they earn 30 ZL per day, which is about $7.5, and they have to work hard all day to pick up these strawberries, so very stonks TBH. I don't know why they want to do that, lol. Nothing about the custom block folder structure changed, so if you didn't break anything, your own custom blocks should still work same as before.
Nope, I don't even see the Stargate blocks anymore, and the custom color blocks that I made are also gone, all missing texture. I guess it's something that I did wrong, so yeah. I think having low paid work is still better than having no work at all. for a couple of years I also worked at a workplace where I got barely enough to survive the month. But it was still work, and it was still better than sitting home and rotting away. So yeah, sometimes it's better to have at least some kind of additional income. Picking strawberries is pretty damn hard. The same for asparagus. The asparagus farmers also do have
And
to
was
work
there anything
quite
else
hard.
interested you encountered in the stream?
No. I do have some problems with the streaming decoder, or yeah, decoding. I managed to fix it for the recording, but in streaming it's still really bad. I got a lot of those purple reprojection, whatever it is in the Steam VR graph, but it's not really something that is caused by the game, it's caused by NVIDIA and OBS. But the game itself runs smooth without any issues.
Well, like I said, 14 years old, so I don't have to get money to survive, and even if I would need money, I have it, so it's really unnecessary for me.
Yeah, for you, but not for other people's.
At K327, well then you can just buy a RTX 3090 and a Valve Index, right? Grinning face.
Maybe you should go with the Pimax 8K Plus. I was actually considering getting myself an 8K Plus. But the problem is that the microphone is not quite as good as the Index microphone. That's the main reason why I don't get it. And because now I can't afford it. I could afford it, but I don't want to. The next
At Stone Brick
Pimax is...
Studios, well, not sure about their prices, but didn't I buy an Oculus Quest 2 less than a month ago? LOL, I did.
You can have a Quest 2 and a Valve Index and a Pimax. Actually, there are some VR enthusiasts who own at least 2 or 3 VR headsets. Come to think of it,
I used to pick a lot of strawberries in Germany in my younger years, and I did make good pocket money to buy myself new clothes for the new school year. At K327, the RTX 3090 is around $1,500 and the Valve Index around $1,000.
GPU prices are back to normal again. That's really nice.
Yeah, it's very nice that GPU prices are almost back to normal. And with how the Ethereum price keeps going down further, GPU prices will likely also go down even further. Very nice. Do
Actually,
you know Voodoo VR?
Yeah, I know Voodoo VR. He was actually one of the YouTube channels that I used to watch before I got my first VR headset, so that I knew what VR headset I should get. Back then there were only 2 headsets to choose from, so it wasn't that hard. But yeah, I still like him. I comment on his videos sometimes. He is also the reason why my VR game reviews are
Voodoo did make some cyube VR videos.
Yeah.
He has a ton of VR headsets.
He almost have every VR headset. I think he does have every VR headset. I don't know if he had to replace the Pico 3 or if he could keep it. But yeah, he does have a really nice shelf with all the headsets on display.
Yup.
I actually watched Voodoo's videos about Cube VR back in 2018. He and gamer girl Nikki played
at Stone Brick Studios. I just checked how much money I have, and I have about $850, so I can't.
OnlyFans is always an option. Maybe I should go this way first. We go there, this direction, and
at
then
K327 there. Well then, Image, you would really want to have the best GPU and best VR headset. Then you might also be willing to get some job and work for it, grinning face. Asterisk imagine.
I always had to save up my money for everything that I wanted. When I got my first PlayStation 2, I also had to save up for like 6 months. And I was really happy because after saving money for this long, it felt really nice to own the PlayStation 2. The same for my second PlayStation 2 and for the PlayStation 3 as well. For the PlayStation 4, I saved up almost a whole year. Because back then I couldn't afford to save up money because I had a really bad job and living was really expensive back then.
At Stone Brick Studios, yeah, and imagine being in the sun picking strawberries all day long for multiple summer breaks.
When I was still in high school, I actually delivered newspaper every Sunday. I got like 1 cent for 100 newspapers delivered. So every Sunday I got like €2 for 5 hours of work.
Well, I also wouldn't want to pick strawberries, but I generally don't want to go outside. Laughing face.
Outside is bad. Yeah, but I didn't got much money from the newspaper delivery, but because I had nothing better to do on my Sundays, it was not really that I had to make special time or something, and I still got some money that I could use to buy myself anime DVDs and manga.
K327 There is nothing wrong with picking strawberries. I did it every summer so I can afford new clothes as my family was poor. But also inflation exists. At Froggy55 and mine isn't.
My family was also very poor, so yeah, every time I wanted something I had to work for it myself. Not everyone is happy enough to get born into a wealthy or good standing family. I can understand that people want to pick strawberries to increase their quality of life a bit.
K327 then you lucky. My family isn't poor, but I still have to earn my own money if I want things.
If you have to work for your money to get stuff that you want, it's actually a nice experience because you learn to value the things that you bought and the money. Because you know that you had to put a lot of labor into it to get the money. I think it's a good experience. Oh, let's get down here. Yep. Mean. Stonebrick Studios. Do normal flowers regrow? We had this discussion earlier today. I wasn't sure because I think that flowers do regrow after some time. At least that's what I feel. I know that trees...
No flowers never regrow in cyube VR.
Ah, okay. I wasn't sure because I always discover rainbow flowers at places where I normally are. For example, when I start my English Let's
If they
Play.
do, it would be a bug. Laughing face.
Because when I start my English Let's Plays, there is the little house right in front of the mountain, and right behind the house...
I don't know how others get their money where I live, but there are almost no people who you can tell that they are poor.
And right behind the house there were some rainbow flowers. I'm pretty sure they were not there before.
Yes, I was the one that wanted to know.
So, there you have your answer. Flowers also don't grow back. I wasn't sure. I thought they would.
But animals go regrow. Asterisk do. Not long till update 51 anymore. If the flowers do not regrow, won't we run out of them sooner or later? The world is infinite in size, so you can never run out of anything.
I said the same thing. The problem is, at some point your hard drive will be full, and that's when the world is actually coming to its limit. Even though it would take like 1,000 hours to get such a big world. And even if you manage to pick up every flower in the world, there's still the Easter and Christmas event where you still can get dye. So, yeah. It's still possible to get it even though you have no resources left.
Well, you can always just buy a bigger hard drive.
If you're exploring faster than the hard drives get bigger, then you could become a bit more puzzled. I know it's not really something that could happen. In the end, you could also start uploading to the cloud.
Or use Google Drive with infinite storage and mount that as a partition in Windows.
Let's see who can reach a 1 terabyte world size first.
And you can think about buying a bigger hard drive as a paid feature in a game that is already paid.
You could sell like cloud storage as a DLC. You say it's a storage DLC, but in reality it's just a cloud. So people think, oh, I can buy more space for Cube VR. But in reality they just get a subscription to some cloud service where you get 10% of the monthly subscription fee. Not really. No, 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 no.
I've been thinking about if it might be possible to add a dynamic view distance fog. So that even if you start a new world where you only have little view distance yet, you don't see hard edges when setting the view distance to something like 200.
Wow. That sounds good. Because I noticed that some people think that when they put the view distance to 200, they already have the 200 view distance. And then they are disappointed that they just
Currently,
have this hard.
if you only have explored a view distance of 20, then setting view distance to 20 is much prettier than setting it to 200.
Yeah.
So that's not ideal.
Yeah, and having this dynamic shadow would make it look a bit better. That would increase the first impression that some people get from the game.
If 20 is the default, a lot of people never change the default and see that they could have more.
Last streamers that I watched all put the view distance to 200. I think. At least the ones that I saw.
So with a dynamic view distance fog, I could increase the default view distance to something like 100 and it would still look same good at the start.
But wouldn't that require more performance resources once they actually start to explore a bit and get to see the view distance? I can imagine that people with the minimum CPUs still could get some issues. So if someone with the minimum CPU and an 8 GB RAM try to have a view distance of 50, I think that could be a bit problematic.
Well, since it's so optimized, the actual performance difference between view distance 20 and 50 is almost non-existent, I think. Stone Brick Studios, are we getting more crafting recipes? So the only reason why the default is 20 is that it looks prettier at the beginning currently.
Ah. Well then, having the dynamic shadow with a higher starting view distance would make sense, if it doesn't impact the performance. And I think in the next year most of the people should actually be far above the minimum requirements. At least I hope that they don't try to play VR next year with the potato VR PCs. Because at some point not even current headsets can be used to their
At Froggy
fullest
55 at some point, sure.
with low-end PCs. The problem is that some people still think that they can run
Full-time.
VR even with their mediocre PCs. I saw some streamers like a while ago who were actually flat streamers and for flat gaming, their 9060 whatever was quite enough. But then they got a Valve Index or a Quest 2, put this on the PC, and then they tried to play stuff like Boneworks. And yeah, it didn't went so well for them. And they were quite puzzled because they thought they had a powerful PC. But that VR does need a bit more resources is still something that ignorant people don't know. But hopefully in a year or two, the minimum requirements for PC VR will be at least a 1080. So then people have to upgrade their PCs. And with a 1080 Ti or 2050 Super, VR is not really a problem. As long as they get at least a CPU with a decent core count. I can still remember when there was this one guy who was complaining that his 2-core CPU, which is so nicely overclocked, couldn't run Cube VR. And you try to explain that you
I
need
hope that with the
4
Ethereum
cores.
price going down so much, all the miners try to sell their GPUs, and then the used market is getting flooded with so many GPUs that everyone can afford a good one.
Actually, at Ethereum, they put a difficulty bomb on it to make it even more difficult to farm Ethereum right now. That's why the price is so low. Because right now
What
it's
are
not.
the flowers for Chibi?
Because it's right now so inefficient to farm Ethereum. And they will switch to proof of stake pretty soon. So yeah, Ethereum is more or less gone already. The price for Ravencoin did get up quite a lot. So most of the 3070 and 3060s will go to Ravencoin or to Ergo. And yeah, those small miners with only 1 or 2 GPUs, they will definitely sell theirs. So right now I have pretty much a full, I have a full inventory. A couple of 100 blue and green and 136 rainbow flowers.
All coins are down a lot, also Ravencoin.
Yeah,
It's down 70% over the past year. Ravencoin is falling in price.
Yeah, every coin is falling in price because
So
Bitcoin.
I'm optimistic regarding GPU prices.
Yeah, Bitcoin crumbled quite a lot. That's why every other altcoin is also going down. Over the last couple of days, Raven did manage quite good compared to other coins. So maybe I should go home. This direction, okay. And when I talk about big miners, then I talk about people with at least 50 GPUs. They usually know what they are doing, so they switched to altcoins pretty early. And yeah, smaller ones with only 2 or 3 GPUs, they will definitely sell theirs. There are also some miners who buy the latest GPUs and sell the previous generation GPUs every year or every 2 years. So yeah, that's also this.
Well, the big miners will also sell theirs if they can no longer make profit.
They make profit. Even a coworker of mine who only has like 10 GPUs still makes quite a lot of profit. He did make about 20 euro a day. Now he's down to 7 euro. Still pretty decent. So yeah. And in other countries where you don't have to pay with an arm and a leg for electricity, they still make quite a lot. Especially with the 3070s and 3060s, because they are really efficient. Even in Germany you can still make like 20 to 50 cent profit per day.
Well, the crypto prices just need to go down enough so that no one makes any profit anymore with GPU mining. I hope it happens.
The problem is that, for example,
that would help PCVR a lot.
It's not just the miners that put the price up there, because most really high valued cryptocurrencies are ASCII miners. They are not really GPU. For example, Bitcoin. You can't mine Bitcoin on a GPU. It's a fact. That's it. You have to use a dedicated CPU for Bitcoin mining. The same happens to almost every other big cryptocurrency. For example, Ergo coin is also invaded
Bitcoin
by...
is mined by ASIC miners now.
Yeah. And Ergo is also invaded by ASCII mining. It's still mineable with GPUs, but there are also the first ASCII miners that use the Ergo algorithm. And once those ASCII miners invaded the algorithm, then it becomes not interesting.
Yeah, I know
for...
Bitcoin is ASIC mined. So I just care about those going down that are primarily mined with GPUs. What about Dogecoin? LOL, just kidding.
I don't think anyone ever mined Dogecoin. It was just a trading coin, more or less. I mean, yeah, somebody had to mine it, so you could actually buy it. But most of the people just bought some and were happy that their money went up for a short time and then it crashed. As long as people believe in a cryptocurrency, the cryptocurrency will not 8. It's the same with any other real-life currency. That's why we have sometimes this really strange exchange rates. For example, no one believed in the Lyra.
Wait, isn't Ethereum gonna switch to POS pretty soon?
Yeah, it is.
They always say they will switch to POS soon, but then never end up doing it.
Because every time they extended, the trust in Ethereum came back, and then they could make even more profit out of it. But it's pretty much done now because they put the difficulty bomb on it, just to ensure that almost no one can get Ethereum now, so that they don't have head start when it goes to POS. Ethereum is actually pretty stupid because the gas fees are really expensive. At some point you had to pay like $45 just to transfer some Ethereum. And if you wanted to transfer $40 worth of Ethereum, you had to pay $90 for it. That's stupid. But people still thought it's worth it, so they did it. And as long as people transfer cryptocurrencies, you need someone to calculate the transactions and verify them. That's how the miners got their money. A good example was the Bitcoin crash, or the Ethereum crash, or the crypto crash last year. Was it? Yeah, last year, March? Everyone was selling Bitcoins like crazy because the market seemed to crash, and because of this it crashed. Everyone was selling, so you needed a lot of people to verify all the transactions. And that was when we actually made... Oh. Interesting. This is very strange. It looked like I fell through the floor, and then I got a message that I can't modify this world here. This is already a loaded world, it's not even new generated world. Or did I get teleported? I don't think so. Wait, I did. I did get teleported. Ah, interesting. That's my starting point. Huh, strange.
That is very strange.
Yeah, it is.
It didn't look like you were teleported.
The problem is, when I started my stream, I walked in this direction, and now I came from this direction. I don't think that I walked that big of a circle. No, I definitely get teleported because the last time I looked at my coordinate, they were both at minus, I think. Maybe the Y stayed, but I'm pretty sure that the X coordinate actually changed. Huh, interesting. Maybe this was just caused by my strain. Actually, SteamVR is not...
I went back in stream and you were not teleported. The mountains in the distance stayed same.
Ah, okay. That's interesting. Ah, really strange. Strange. Where are my trees? There should be quite a lot of trees here. Because this is where I started my world. And I started in a forest.
Maybe fly up and see where you came from.
And the problem is there's... it's really strange. Because I went in this direction. So I thought that I would come back somewhere there. And not really from there. Really strange. Huh. So I somehow managed to walk a really big circle. This lake, the lake looks really nice. Let me in. So. Oh, nice. I managed to fill my green chest completely. Nice. even got more green than I could actually handle. And I got 137 rainbow color, which is also pretty nice. Nice, nice, nice. So I was streaming for 3.5 hours. I got plenty of rainbow dye, which is nice. I filled up my queen chest completely, which is even better. And I got plenty of blue. So yeah, objective for today cleared.
How does the darker torch brightness look like here in the school?
I don't know how it looks in the school, but in general I like it. In general, the darker brightness is much better. I replaced all of the limestones in the school with the gray paint, so it's not as bright anymore. And right now I should have the darker torches enabled. So this is normal, and this is darker. I like it. Darker is still bright, but it's not blinding anymore. Especially here, I guess. I think it's better. I like it.
Can you explain why you prefer the darker torch brightness?
Because it's not so bright. It's just, if I have it like this, then the blue and red torch already are pretty bright on the gray block. But when I make it a bit darker, I can see the torch, the flame better. Right, like right now I can't even see the flame, it's just white. And putting it darker, I can see the flame, I can see the torch better. And in general, it just looks better. It still illuminates everything that I need, but it's not as bright anymore. Here the same. Normal is this, and with darker you, at least for me, I see more of the...
Does the bright give you lens glare too?
Yes.
It hurts the eyes.
It actually is really painful. So now it's darker and it looks better for me. Now I can see again. And I think even when you're mining and placing a normal torch, it's
okay,
better.
Interesting.
Because you also notice this when people start mining. They happily mine away. Let's do it. So it's getting darker and darker. So then they are in total darkness. Then they place a torch. And damn, it's so bright. And now with the darker torch you don't get so blinded anymore, because this is really bright and this is not as bright. It's still, I can still see everything, but I don't get blinded. Now I can see that the torch looks nice, and now it's just really bright. This looks nice, but this is more pleasant to the eye, at least for me. And you noticed yourself that sometimes the streamers say that it's really bright when they place their first torch, because they run around with the torch in hand, they never notice that they have to place it, and then they think, okay, I have to walk in total darkness with only this much light, then they place it in and whoa, get blinded. But now it's not as bright anymore, so it's actually not this discomforting anymore.
Yeah, I've definitely seen streamers say that.
Yeah. Especially if you had normal brightness for your display or not the best display or something like this, then it can be a bit of a shock. And especially for newer people, it's also a bit
True.
more straining
And
to
it
the
would
eyes.
be nice if it was much brighter while holding the torch in hand.
At some point we will get a handheld mining lamp with more brightness. I'm okay with the brightness of the torch when you hold it, because normally you don't hold a torch in your hand in
No, that
VR.
would break the balancing at Alex Sisson.
Yeah. The brightness when you hold the torch is okay. You just need to get used to place the torch. And once you know this, then it's actually okay.
Not brick there, but more like spree it out around the person.
Right now,
That would break the balancing at Froggy 55.
yeah, right now the torch is bright enough that you can see where you place the torch, and that's enough. So right now I can see that
At
there
Froggy
is
55, yeah,
a
that's
step.
what I meant. Agreed.
And here you can actually see, okay, I can place it here, and that's enough. And then once you place it, you get everything illuminated. The discussion about a brighter torch is actually nothing new, but I still think the way it is now is actually, well, a really good solution. So maybe once we get something like a mining lamp that we can hold in hand, where you place a coal in it to get 5 minutes light or something, would be a good solution.
Holding a torch in your hand looks like holding a sparkler emo.
Yay! Summer fireworks! Woo! That's because you're not supposed to hold the torch in your hand, but place it. If you would hold the torch like you're holding a real torch, then even I would assume that you have to hold the torch, and then I would be disappointed in the brightness. But this way it's really unnatural, and I can see that it's more for placing, so this way it actually encouraged the player to place the torch. At least that's how I see it. Because if I would hold the torch normally in my hand, then I would never assume that I should place the torch anywhere. My opinion. So I would end my stream now. Thanks for dropping by. I hope you enjoyed it. I'm still a bit puzzled that I walked in this direction and came from there. But yeah, can
Yeah,
happen.
I agree with Chibi Archer.
So yeah, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and please stay healthy. Bye.
Waving hand.
So, and we go to